Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a question that touches many lives. How does Jesus define marriage? Stick around as we explore Jesus' teachings and what they mean for us today. Marriage is a fundamental institution in many cultures, and for Christians, its significance is deeply rooted in biblical teachings. So let's explore what Jesus said about marriage. Before we dive into Jesus' teachings, it's essential to understand the biblical foundation of marriage. The Bible begins with the creation story in Genesis, where God establishes the first marriage between Adam and Eve. In Genesis 2:24, it states, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." This verse highlights three key elements. Leaving. A man leaves his family of origin. Cleaving. He bonds closely with his wife. Becoming one flesh. They become one, symbolizing unity and intimacy. This scripture sets a pattern that Jesus later affirms in his teachings. Jesus spoke about marriage on several occasions, reinforcing its sanctity and divine purpose. In Matthew 19, verse 4-6, Jesus says, "Haven't you read that at the beginning, the Creator made them male and female? The two will become one flesh? So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." Jesus emphasizes that marriage is between a man and a woman, highlights the profound unity in marriage, and underscores that it is a union ordained by God. In Mark 10:6-9, Jesus reiterates the permanence of marriage, saying, "Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." This phrase emphasizes that marriage is meant to be a lasting covenant. But what is the purpose of marriage? According to Jesus, marriage is not just a social contract, but a sacred covenant with deep spiritual significance. It provides companionship and mutual support, as seen in Genesis 2:18. Marriage also reflects the relationship between Christ and the church. Ephesians 5:25-27 tells us, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." This elevates marriage to a divine level, symbolizing the sacrificial love and commitment Christ has for his people. While Jesus upholds the sanctity and permanence of marriage, he also addresses the reality of divorce. In Matthew 19:7-9, Jesus acknowledges divorce in certain circumstances, specifically in cases of sexual immorality, but emphasizes that divorce was not part of God's original plan for marriage. Mark 10, verse 11-12, highlights mutual accountability in marriage. Anyone who divorces his wife and marries another woman commits adultery against her. To summarize, Jesus defines marriage as a sacred union between a man and a woman, intended to be a lifelong commitment, reflecting divine love and involving mutual support and respect. Understanding Jesus' teachings on marriage can profoundly impact how we view and approach this institution today. Whether you're single, engaged, or married, reflecting on these principles can help you to value commitment, seek unity, and honor the sacred nature of marriage. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. See you next time.